Hey, all right, everybody, how's it going? Here I have a Kia PV5 Cargo, and I'm going to tell you all the things I like about this van and all the things I don't like about this van. Kia describes the PV Cargo as using a purpose-built EV architecture built ground up on Kia's dedicated EGMPS platform, a skateboard architecture rather than being adapted from a combustion engine van. Designed for the last mile efficiency, marketed around the slogan smarter logistics, faster last mile, emphasising easy access with a low 419mm step in height. So let's start off with some of the things that I don't like. The windows, they don't drop all the way down, and the passenger window switch is poverty spec. The driver's window has an automatic down and up, but the passenger window, you have to hold it to keep it going down and hold it all the way up to go all the way up. The next thing on the list, there's no lumbar support on the seat, but it does have height adjustment. This is his highest setting, and if we go down like this, all the way down, keep going, there's quite a lot of adjustment, and there we go, that is its lowest adjustment. The next thing on the list are the speakers. They're just a single cone speaker with no tweeter up top, so the sound is terrible. So this version here of the Kia PV5 Cargo is the top spec long range model, but some of the specifications aren't exactly top spec. Now we have got parking sensors at the front and parking sensors along here at the rear, and we do have a reversing camera. The charging port is here at the front. Now I do like a front charging port. Let's open it up. We've got a little lever for a flapper-doodle like that for the top bit there for your normal type 2 charging, and then another little flapper-doodle like that, and this takes up to 150 kilowatts maximum. Okay, so the party piece of this van is the incredibly low loading floor. So the loading floor is this high, which is incredibly low. The van is this wide. Then the depth of the van from here to the bulkhead is this long, and then the height of the van internally from there up to there is that high. Now the doors do have like a clip in there, so let's undo them and see how far they go back. Right, there we go. That's how far they go back, but they are just flapping around. But when you bring them back in, they clip back in like that. So staying here in the back of the van, over by here, look, we have got a 3-pin UK socket. Now this socket here, it does say 250 volts at 16 amps. If you time the volts by amps, you get the sort of roughly the maximum watts it can use. I think it's around either 3,500 or 3,600. That's what Kia states. And we have got a nice big side loading door. And if we look inside here, there we go. That's what it looks like inside the van. And they are, up on the roof there are actually 4 LED lights. So it should be pretty light when it's dark. Now, out on the road, this is where there's one thing that is really irritating. And it's like a buffeting noise. It's like a droning noise. I can't quite explain it. It feels like a bit of pressure on your ears. It's a bit like if you're driving your car, all the windows are closed, and somebody opens the back window slightly, and you get that sort of buffeting feeling. And at certain sort of speeds, you'll get this sort of pressury, low rumble bass noise in your ears. And this is for the people who like the sound of door mirrors. Here we go. Oh, isn't that nice? Now the seat is fairly comfortable other than the lower lumbar support, but Kia have listened to feedback, and I believe that they are changing the driver's seat to have lumbar support on the new models going forward. Also, the rear bulkhead is going to be changed to a composite type bulkhead, and I believe that might cure some of this sort of droning, drumming, buffeting type noise. Right, let's have a look at the infotainment system and the dashboard. So here's the dashboard here, look, and I can cycle through. There we go, tyre pressure, then it goes to that display there, then we go back and we got your current trip, which we can change on there, look. And for some reason there, that one there, look, is saying 4.6 miles per kilowatt hour. And then we go to that one there, which is just a compass. And then we go to that one. And if you hold down the OK button, like so, it'll bring up all the warning stuff. So you can turn the warning volume down. You can do all that, turn all this sort of stuff off, look. But when you jump back in the car, most of it'll all be back on again. So there we go. So that is that. So let's go back to the home screen like so, and then if I move this around like this, you can see it's pretty responsive. What should we look at? We'll press that there, and then you can see there's apps there. There's not a great deal of apps, you know, it's not a massive amount. If I get rid of that now, if you pull up like that, it'll give you all the heating controls, heated seats over there, recirculation, screen on your face, feet, you know what that means. Heated steering wheel, let me come back up again, because it does time out. You got your auto climate there, you can turn it off. Heated seat for the driver on that side. Then you've also got these buttons here, and when you press this one like that, it brings this up slider, so you can do that there. Then over here, if you press the heating control like that, you can slide that back and forward there. If we go into the settings, we've got driver's assist, driver mode, lights, doors, seats, climate, navigation, display, sound, voice recognition, connections and convenience. If we go back home again, then you can pull down from the top like so, like that. Then you can turn the annoying beep off if you want. Phone connections, charging limit, utility mode if you want to keep the van on and you want to use the 3-pin plug at the back. We just click that there so you can see. Utility mode uses the high voltage battery to power electronic devices. There we go, you can turn that on if you want to. And then you've got battery preconditioning in. Also, I think you have got pet mode somewhere. I can't remember where it is. There it is, there, look. So you have got pet mode, so you can keep the cabin nice and cool when you've got your pet in the cabin. You've got your EV settings there as well, like that. Charging, look. If we go down there, you can set your charging. The lowest you can set it to is 50%. Let's put that back up. We don't have 50%. And then the AC charging as well, 50%. So there we go, there's that. You've got your V2X and V2L settings there, look. That says but there, if the battery goes to 20%, it'll turn off vehicle to load, and you've got EV settings there as well. The biggest shock for me is that this is a van, but this rides smoother and has less rattles and creaks than my 2023 Tesla Model Y. Now on paper, the 0 to 60 times don't sound that impressive, but for a van, when you put your foot down in this long range version, it does pick up speed quite quickly. And because of the instant torque from the electric motor, even if you fill the van up to its maximum load, you should be able to still get down the road pretty quickly. Right, okay, let's have a look at the switches. Now, on this side here, if you hold down this button here, okay, it'll turn off lane assist. You hold that for 3 seconds, you'll get a little orange thing up there, and that'll turn off the lane assist. So if you do cross the white line, the car's not going to freak out. Now, over to this side, if you hold down this volume button here, that'll put a little thing on there, look, where it says 20, and it'll stop bings and bongs for when you go just a little bit over the speed limit. Then we've got the flappy paddles on this side here, and this side here, and as you can see there, look, LV3, I've got iPedal, and, you know, full regen on. Down there, look, here's your indicators. Over here is your wipers. Then if we go down by here like this, there we go. This is where you turn it off and on. You've got your drive, neutral, reverse and parking. If you do put it in drive like so, to put it in reverse, you just go back a little bit like that and it goes into neutral, all the way down into reverse. And then on the end there, look, if I press that, it goes back into park. Then down here, you've got your handbrake. There we go, that way, that way. We've got your traction control button, headlight leveling. Then over here, we've got your window mirrors, and you can go like that, close the window mirrors, open the window mirrors. Then you've got a lock and open button. Then you've got your up and down for your windows with a poverty spec on that side. And then there's the handle to open the door. Right, okay, so I'm heading towards the motorway. I've just got to try and turn off some of these bings and some of these bongs, because there's so many bings and there's so many bongs, I just don't know what's going on. Now, if I get up to 70 miles per hour, it's quite a quiet place to be, and that weird noise that I can hear at lower speeds isn't there at higher speeds. It's there at 60 miles an hour, it's there a bit. At 70 miles an hour, it seems to get better. So it's like, I can't work it out. And at 30 miles an hour, it's terrible. That drumming, droning noise is quite terrible. But you've got to be careful with this car, because like all modern cars, it bings and it bongs. You try and turn them off. If you don't turn off the lane keep assist thing, if you try and go to a different lane on the motorway or a dual carriageway and you don't indicate, the car will try and drag you back. Now let's have a look at the storage in this van. You have got your charging, wireless charging there for your phone. Down here is a little drawer. It's not massive, but it is a drawer. If we go up here, we've got another little cubby there, look, and it has got charging in there, look. There we go. You should be able to see a USB-C charging port there, as well as the two USB-C charging ports there. If we come to the middle here, the centre part, we've got some storage there, look, and cup holders. And then we've got a bigger storage part there. And then we've got the glove box. Not a massive glove box, but it's okay. Let me go and open the doors so you can see the door storage. Right, okay, in the doors, you can see this is the door handle, grab handle, but you can put stuff in there. Then we've got places for bottles and stuff and storage in there. Then there is another one down the bottom. On the passenger side will be the same. Then there is a little thing under here, like that. So let me just try and keep that open. You can have a look in there and see what it's like in there. There we go. And then if I move this seat forward here, let me just move the seat forward. Down behind there, look, there's some storage down behind there. And it is the same over on the other side. And if I go around to the other side, there we go. Like I said, this door is the same. Then there is some storage down behind there, like that. And then we've got another little secret thing here, look, like that. And then there's something in there. I don't know what's in there, but you've got some storage there as well. Now, another thing that is slightly irritating is that you've got the flappy paddles on the steering wheel, which is good, but I put it to the one pedal driving mode, which is called I pedal on here. And I've got the I pedal on full assist, but every time I get back in the car, it goes back to level 1. It's level 1, 2 and 3, and then I pedal, but it keeps reverting back to level 1. So is there a way to keep this van keep it when you get out of the van and get back into it? I don't think there is a way. Looking under the bonnet, you can see your brake and coolant levels and your 12-volt battery and large screen wash reservoir. Indicators and DRLs are placed up high, while the LED headlights are pushed further down. Tyre size is 215/65 R16 on steel wheels, with grab handles on driver and passenger side with two overhead reading lights. Now, I gotta say that this is one of the more comfortable vans I've been in for the suspension wise, because it's not bouncing around in the back with no load in the back. Usually, well, the vans from the past, because I'm an ex-white van man, and those older vans had leaf springs and they used to bounce around like mad when there was no weight in the back. But this one, very comfortable, a little bit wallowy, but it's a van. Now another amazing thing is that I'm looking down here at the screen and it's saying my current trip so far, I'm doing 4 miles per kilowatt hour. And when I got in this van, the actual range was 284 miles, and it is sort of doing what the actual miles are on the clock. So for a van, it's extremely efficient. I'm quite shocked at how efficient this van is. 4 miles per kilowatt hour in a big van. Now, I know this range is an estimate, but after me driving it for a while and then charging back to 100%, we've got a range predicted of 315 miles. What kind of wizardry is going on? Now, I almost forgot to show you the reversing camera. So let's pop it in reverse, like so, like that. Now, you've got 3 choices. You can either have the default mode. There, look, that's the default mode. It is pretty clear. You can do that one there, and it just looks down by a bumper, look. You can see that down by a bumper. So that'll probably be good for towing. And then, there we go. It gives you a super wide view. And that super wide view is super wide. Then also, if I go back out of reverse, you can also press, I think it's this button here, like that. And it'll give you, like, it doesn't stay on for a long time. It does go off. It gives you like a temporary sort of reversing, you know, rear view mirror. Look, I can do that there. You can have a little small one or back to the big one like that. So there we go. That's a reversing camera. That van isn't particularly clear in the distance, but close up, it is pretty clear. Right, okay, there we go then. That's my review of the Kia PV5 Cargo. And I gotta say, it's a fantastic van. Got a small, you know, a couple of niggles, and I did use this van for putting something in the back. I put an electric trike in the back, and because the floor load was really low, it was easy for me to put the trike, which is quite heavy, into the back of the van without much of a struggle. So I did use it for the purpose it's meant to be used. So with that being said, if you did like this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, comment, hype, do all them beautiful things, and I'll catch you in the next one.